This video has been sponsored by FamiSafe. Protecting your kids on social media is important. There are many potential threats out there, such as predators, disturbing content, and identity theft attempts. With FamiSafe, you are monitoring your kids' every use of social media. You can view all the YouTube videos your kids have watched, block videos, or channels which have potential threats for kids. Check blocked videos or channels on blacklists, and also you can connect your kid's YouTube account and receive keyword alerts that they would be searching on YouTube. There's also a YouTube content detection on iOS. Connect the YouTube account from your kids and monitor inappropriate YouTube video titles, descriptions, comments, and search history from which kids have subscribed, liked, or posted. Receive keyword alerts automatically once detecting signs of sexual harassment, suicidal intention, and so on. These are just some of the ways you could monitor your kids' use of social media. Download FamiSafe today for free at the App Store and keep your kids safe with FamiSafe.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Coffee and Karim. My name is Karim Jovian, and this has been brought to you by kjovian.com. We have a whole bunch of merch over there, so if you guys want to support us, you can go there and get yourself some merch. We have t-shirts, coffee mugs, pillows even, if you're into that. So your support is much appreciated. You could go check it out. Link in the description box below. And if you're just listening, it's kjovian.com. And today I'm here with Jen Elise. Welcome, Jen Elise. And she's a comedian, actress, health nutritionist, wellness. She does everything. So I just wanted her to talk, and I'm going to shut up right now. So,
What?
Jen, begin.
So I want to talk to you about my gardening. Well, first I'll just get this out of the way.
First, tell everybody who you are.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So I'm a jokester, obviously. Personal training and group exercise I've done for 10 years. Holistic health and nutrition counselor. I have a whole book for your moods, immunity, energy, and aesthetics. That's my most important work. Reiki master, hairstylist, makeup artist, cosmetologist, actress, host, model, writer, producer. And I do the boards and I do production work.
Yeah, she does a lot.
So.
Like, as you can see, she has a paper in front of her right now, and she's reading off
yeah.
because it's a lot of stuff.
I can't remember when I go on shows.
And we've worked a lot together on a lot of projects. You're really funny.
Thank you.
She has this type of comedic style where she's like very expanded. You would think that, like, I'm kind of a prude sometimes, but when she comes with her jokes, she makes me blush. So that's actually it's something that's admirable, especially when someone like me who needs to experience all types of comedy because I want to reach a lot of people, and that's what you do. So, and aside from comedy, you also do a lot of fitness.
Yeah.
Right. So I want to know what got you into it first, and then we're going to talk about the comedy side and things and how comedy is for women, because that's very important.
Right.
Like,
comedy is for everybody.
Yeah, but is it easy for
like
women?
these
That's
hoes,
the thing.
These hoes for everybody. I don't know. Yeah, I do know.
So first, what got you into this whole entertainment field?
All right. Entertainment I fell into. I was told I should model my entire life. As a baby, I think I went to some casting calls, but my family's not really into that. And I was a model in 6th grade. So, but then I realized I'd rather play tennis and get straight A's and go to Harvard or something. I don't know. I was some overachiever. So a year of modeling, let's play tennis instead. That's more important. So entertainment's always been a thing. I always write jingles and raps, and I would do parodies of Jenny Craig, like Jenny Begg, at age 8 or 9. So I was always writing scripts. That's how I spent my Saturday nights. So making fun of existing commercials is my lifeblood.
Cool.
And then fitness. Yeah, I grew up with fitness. My mom's ballerina, young age, and my dad's a black belt in kickboxing, and his brother is also into bodybuilding. So I'd see them kickboxing, bodybuilding as a kid, and playing tennis since I was 6. So it's just you laugh, you tell jokes, and you be fit, and you eat your raspberries. That's how I grew up. You eat fruits and vegetables and work out.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's how you kept it from then on. That's how you continue to keep your stride into.
That's a simple way of looking at it, but there's also a lot of health issues I've had too, where that's why I'm so inventive and strategic with my health. I've had major exhaustion, and if I follow the standard American diet, I will be on the floor. I will have a hard time talking to. I'll actually stutter if I eat pizza.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll get a stutter and I'll have a hard time speaking.
Yeah.
After certain foods.
That's interesting. Why do you think that is?
I think brain fog, leaky gut, autoimmune type responses, basically anything I put in my body that's not natural, my body almost responds what is this? What is this? And it just malfunctions. So I try to put more natural things rather than blue raspberry and these Franken food made up things. So I try to stay pretty natural. And then my brain is on fire and I feel like a genius. But I'll feel really stupid if I eat just the standard American stuff, even like a turkey sandwich.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's insane.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, like, when I remember, like, when I posted, like, sometimes I post, like, pictures of my bagels or something like that, and you would always have, like, all these nutritional facts that you sent me, like, why I shouldn't be
Did
eating
I do that?
Yeah,
I probably did it once or
no,
twice.
and I appreciate it because it's great. I was like, oh,
Out
man.
of love.
Like, no, and I appreciate that. It's so good. Thank you. Because you helped me out, like, realizing that some of the stuff I'm eating is just not good for me.
I remember after we first met and you're like, oh, I want to get in better shape or like have more defined abs. And then like within a couple of days you had posted like a bagel and you're like eating healthy or something. I'm like, oh, we got to save this guy. Because especially if we're going to work together, like I need you to be on top. You know, you want your entire circle. You want everyone to be strong. You don't want people putting toxins in their body and being like mid-level. You know, we got to be up here on top of the game.
Yeah, no.
So you got to, you eat gold, not crap.
No, you're right. But sometimes just the crap is so readily available.
But it's working for you. That's the thing. Yeah. Like I'm a big believer if it's working and you feel good, then like I don't have nothing to say.
No, you're right. But it's good. I appreciate it. I hope you continue to do that because sometimes I'm always eating a lot of stuff. My brother's always on my case with that. But I don't eat anything bad without working out. If like I always tell myself, if I'm going to eat this, I better like bust my ass in the gym just to get it out of the system.
Right.
Because you can't just keep it in there, right?
And does that work for you?
It does. Luckily. I mean, like last night I ate a whole steak.
That's okay.
And it was like, I think medium rare. Because it's my first time cooking a steak, by the way. I know it sounds
horrible,
but it's my first time cooking a steak. So.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know if I cooked it correctly, and I was kind of nervous and scared because I was like, "Why is this so bloody?"
Maybe you should get checked for E. coli.
Well, hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. But like, I was like, okay, I have to go to the gym after this and work it out, and then I ate some like natural remedies. I read online, and also my mother tells me like there's like just sucking on a lemon could kill like a lot of germs in your body.
Or
garlic.
put it in water because it can erode your teeth. So you could put lemon water.
Yeah, and then
don't ruin your teeth.
Oh yeah. And then
garlic, amazing.
Garlic, yeah.
Yeah, I'll smell like garlic like once or twice a week. Like anyone I've dated knows like once or twice a week I'm gonna reek of garlic. So just deal with it.
I love garlic.
It's good for your blood.
Yeah.
It might smell like garlic, but it means your blood is clean and you're a cleaner human. Yeah, I'm sure I've reeked of garlic here before.
That's why vampires don't like garlic.
I guess so, because they're dirty. Their blood is dirty. You know, you want to clean your blood and clean your parasites and clean bacteria, then you eat garlic.
There you go. And that's exactly why I ate garlic right after that steak, just to be safe. Hopefully I didn't get E. coli.
It's a sense of cleanliness.
Yeah.
No garlic for me in the last few days, though, so.
Oh, no, I just had it last night, so if I'm smelling, I'm sorry, guys.
We trade roles. I'm not the garlic lady today. Hey.
I was wondering, like, like, how did you learn all these things? Did you just teach yourself as you were going, or did you like learn in a way where it's like you had to eat them to experience it yourself?
A mix. So like I'm 34, so conferences, internships, classes, health counseling certifications, sure. Experimentation, which got a little dangerous because I feel like I almost died an overdose of simple things a few times. Oh yeah, because if you start messing around with different supplements and superfoods,
you gotta be careful.
Superfoods are like medicine. I've had like tingling arm sensations up and down my left arm from cacao and garlic.
Really?
Yeah, because I've really tested out a lot of stuff here. I don't really test out things like I tested out kratom this week. That's my or kratom. Everyone says it differently.
You should be careful. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know to be careful now. I know to be careful, but my family, everyone. I learn from everybody. You know, just anything I can. Podcasts. Always listening to things while I'm cleaning.
That's good. Yeah, like you got to keep
expos.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like for me too, it's like you want to exercise the body and you got to put the right things in it. Also, you want to like have the proper, like for me, my mind always has to be working. Like I can't just sit down and like I could do peace and quiet if I'm like in a really nice area with sun. But when I'm at home, I always have to have something running in the background.
Okay.
Whether it's some audio or not even music, it has to be like some something that's spoken, so I could just have my mind to be stimulated. Sometimes when it's music, my brain kind of just gets high and I relax and I don't think.
Yeah.
But even when I'm listening to music, I'm always like imagining a music video in my head.
Me too.
Like I can't enjoy anything. That's why I never remember lyrics.
Oh.
I don't know if
me neither. I never pay attention to lyrics.
Can you memorize lyrics? I can never do that.
If I need to.
Music videos, so I sort of have to.
There you go.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like every time I'm listening to music, I don't know what it is, but my brain's always like
Yeah,
on
no, our
100.
brains are similar in some ways because when I work with you, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it moves fast. Your brain moves fast too, I've noticed. So
Unless I eat garbage. Today I'm pretty fast. I didn't work out, so I'm not like hyper speed, but I'm like at a 7.5. 10 would be
good
after
enough.
a workout.
That's good enough. So with all that, what got you into comedy?
I just honestly, I feel like my entire life, like my dad said that as a young age. I went up to him and I said, "What's that? Ha ha ha." I like that when I like how I feel when I go ha ha ha. And he's like, "That's laughing, Jenny. That's laughing." So
Really?
I think I think he was sad one day too. He told me another story. He was sad, and I think I put on his pants at like 2 or 3, so they're huge, and I'm like jumping on his bed, and I'm like, "Go like this, like be happy." So I don't know. My parents are very funny, silly, so it's just. I dated someone recently, like in the last 4 months, who's not funny and like super into like producing drama, like on screen and in life. And I got that contrast. So it's not really until I'm with people who aren't funny and into comedy that I realize I'm funny. Because that's just how I live my life.
Yeah,
just
that's right.
to laugh and enjoy.
Yeah. So how do you think comedy is for women? Because like I'm gonna be straight up. Like I don't know like what kind of comedy like kids like today. Like
Right.
I don't know because I know that there's a lot of Instagram comedians.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're that funny. I mean, right? Like there you go. Yeah, he's
The
giving me the thumbs
majority
down.
is
So
not funny.
yeah, most of them, right?
Yeah.
So would you consider yourself like an Instagram comedian or?
Well, I have a comedy commercial coming out, and there's a few feature films coming out. So, like, by the time that this comes out in the end of the year, there's feature films, commercials, short films, like legit stuff that's off YouTube and Instagram, done with, like, high-level production. But honestly, Instagram is for the people, and I want to get people laughing. So, I don't know. I would just say I like to just share laughter wherever I can.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
As we can see here your Instagram page right now. It's
Oh
like
my God.
So you have a lot of these.
Yeah, that's supposed to be funny, but I don't. The thing is, with my
Watch this
humor,
one.
I post a lot of things, and I kind of like people to not know: is she serious? Is she joking? Is she a really hot mess? And I love that. So I wish I quit my job.
And you do your own makeup too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you did the makeup for my girlfriend last time in my music video. That was
she's
incredible.
naturally.
She could do makeup too, so there you go. She does
Thank
everything.
you. I'll explain later. Scarface speech. To be what you want to be. You need people like me.
And you said
Who
this
point
at
the fucking
work?
fingers. I wish I did, but it's a Scarface speech.
Yeah.
Basically, a movie wanted me to send the monologue, so I was like, "Shit, I'll do the Scarface speech. That's the only monologue I want to do."
Yeah.
So I thought, me as like a white
Try to
girl,
be a tough guy.
yeah, I wish I
Tough guy
did quit
persona.
this salon job like this.
You know, I enjoy that type of comedy because it's like I forget who does it. Forget the name of the person who does it. Like they have this like kind of like the awkward, uncomfortable comedy. Like it makes you
I
feel
like
like awkward, but it's funny. So I have respect
Yeah.
for that. It's not like most Instagram models who
No.
have the same ass video
I have nothing of my
as
ass.
the
I have to.
punchline.
Yeah, yeah.
And you yourself, you are fit, so it's not like you don't have what's going on.
do,
But
yeah.
so yeah, like I think it's cool. It's a
I
unique
think too
type
many
of comedy.
girls on Instagram are relying on, oh look, I'll show my boobs and laugh at my fake boyfriend, and then haha, and that's a joke. Like that's a format.
I've seen a
now.
lot. I myself have fell into that hole, and
Not
I've
too much.
done that kind of comedy before. But I did it in a way where it's not too
You
much.
didn't overkill it.
All right, you want to see?
Yeah.
And you could like give me a little feedback
Yeah.
since you're the female
I'm
comedian.
honest.
Okay. Oh, by the way, this is
Beautiful.
that's my girlfriend right here, and that's the makeup you did to her. So
I mean,
That's
she's
cool.
23 and she has a perfect face. She doesn't need anything. But
Thanks.
we enhanced.
Yeah,
We
she
enhanced the
looks amazing.
beauty.
You did a great job.
And then we took the most unflattering shot that I could find.
She's probably like, "What?"
I asked her if I could post it. Like I always ask. And
Yeah,
she
that's
said
good.
yes. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's a sign of confidence.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank you so much for that. All right, so let's jump to my. I don't know how does the search work on Instagram because I'm so done with this stuff sometimes.
You got it, no?
I need the actually. Okay, I have an idea. I posted it on my YouTube channel.
I love when you dress up like a woman. That's the best.
You know, I actually...
It's the best. You gotta just make a whole channel like that.
You know,
That's my favorite.
I wanted to do so many things with that character. Like, you know, like dressing up as a girl and doing all these things. I used to do it before, but my dad used to get pissed at me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's like, why do you always gotta dress up as a girl? Like, you can't be funny.
It's
but
funny.
Yeah, it's like I have to now it's much harder because as you get older, it's like you become more self-conscious of it. So in my mind, I'm like, you know, it was really funny, like, and I do it well, you know, like when I play a woman, like I put all these different things into the woman, like some attributes for my mom, some attributes for my cousins, some girls I know. I go 100%, but for some reason now it's like I can't do it anymore. It's like
Feels too juvenile.
I think so. I feel like it's like
I feel like you want to put off like a sophisticated producer vibe, and not like I'm a silly clown.
I guess.
Like,
I think that
you
could
wanna
be
be
something.
taken seriously.
I think that could be it. I think that definitely could be it. But I don't like. It's like I don't mind it. I don't feel like I don't think it's shameful to be a woman. You know,
Right,
there's no shame in that.
No.
Right? So
No,
it's like
it's great character, but yeah. I guess there's a few men. My dad's a manly man. He thought it was hilarious. He was giggling when I showed him some video, and you became a woman. I think it's like Arabs like white women video that we first did.
yeah.
And you became your mom or something. You became like a woman, I think, at some point.
Yeah, I think I was probably playing a girl, like my girlfriend. There's this character I play. Her name's Soraya. She's my girlfriend. So
My
so
dad
that's
laughed
when
like 3 times at the same character, and it's like,
you know, it's like it is. My mom loves it too. You know, she's like it's funny, and if it's funny and if it's working, just keep doing it. But I just get kind of nervous sometimes. Like I don't know what it is. There's something in my mind that just clicked on, and it's not the same anymore like it used to be. It's like I'm always kind of self-conscious of dressing up like a woman.
It's interesting.
Especially, I don't know, maybe it's
what
the
do you
times
think
we're
that
living.
means? I'm psychoanalyzing you right now.
I don't know. What does it mean? What does it mean? Like, you got to tell me.
Maybe you secretly are a woman. This is the real Karim is actually a woman. And that's why you're so afraid to dress up like a woman, because people find out you really are a woman. No.
What?
No, I don't know. that's a crazy hypothesis. I don't really think that. I'm just thinking of a crazy situation like that you really are, and if you dress up like one, that's like super meta, you know.
You know, that's pretty freaking crazy.
Like
that's
Karim Jovian is really Callie Jovian.
Way too deep for me in the morning, but
it is almost 2:00, Karim. It's not the morning. Wake up, wake up. Hello.
Next time you meet, y'all dress as women.
Even me.
You got my back. So, I mean, that's interesting. Before I show you the video, let's talk about that. Because there is this stigma now behind someone who dresses as a woman for comedy. It's huge on the internet. Yeah.
What's the stigma? I'm not aware of this.
Well, it's like I don't know if you know, I love African American comedy and comedians, because I think like they're funny. They know, like they know what comedy is, and I like watching a lot of stand-up comedians who are like African American or black, black.
Right.
So in that community, like they shun like people who dressed up as a woman in a time of their career for comedy. So they went after Wesley Snipes. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, I love Wesley.
Yeah, me too. He's amazing.
So that's why he went to jail?
My friend met him at Monaco. He was at an event in Paris. And then Kevin Hart, they're going after.
What?
So it's like they say these things
Eddie
like
Murphy,
Eddie Murphy,
Tyler Perry.
Yeah, there you go. Like,
but look, they're all doing all right.
Exactly.
So
but people are like, oh no, he had to dress up as a woman
to get famous,
and that's like the man telling him to do that. But the thing is like when it's like I don't see that. Sometimes I feel like comedians get to choose. Like they want to do that. That's like what they wanted to do, right?
I feel like if that was their only character, then it might be a problem.
Yeah.
But if you can do like 7 characters and one's a woman and the woman just happens to be extra hilarious, then like that's cool.
Yeah, and I see nothing wrong with it. But I think that kind of because I'm always watching those, it kind of like stuck in the back of my head.
That
like
makes sense.
I'm kind of worried people are going to say that I'm like kind of giving in or selling out by trying to dress up as a woman for comedy.
Wow. So what is it like if I dress as a man? Because I'm probably going to do more sketches of me dressed as a man. Is there a stigma against women dressing like men?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Because you're more up on the social media scoop than I am. Yeah. I have my head into like makeup and nutrition and hair and you know, nutrients.
So I might bring it back. I might bring it back and just get in that
Guys,
female clothing
just
again.
DM
one more
him
time.
and message him and comment if you want him to dress up like a woman. Just comment, because I do. So we got a party one.
There is a video I do want to do though. You brought up like, and I wanted you to help me with this. I
Right,
think I
right.
told you about this before, where I want to become a woman for
Right.
like,
And go through New York City.
yeah, for
I'm
a
down.
week. Like
I'm
I
up
just want
for
to be
it.
a woman for a week and see how it's like. I want to
For
dress.
a week.
Yeah, I want to dress up. I want to eat. I want to like use
Wow.
I just want to. It's crazy. It's a crazy idea.
A week
I don't
is a
think
commitment.
I don't think anybody's ever done it before. But I want to be a
No.
woman for a week and see how it works out.
I will totally work on that with you. I think
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
That'd
yeah.
be crazy, right?
Yeah, it'll be really interesting. And
Because
I think you'd be a
it's
good
important.
woman too, because I've discussed this because we
Oh, yeah?
had this idea, and it's like you have the bone structure. You could, no, because some guys their faces fall and they just look like a hot mess, but you have the structure that we can
Thank you.
we could work with this.
Yeah, that should. Yeah. I gotta
Yeah, you
shave
should
this beard for
probably
sure.
shave the
for
beard.
sure. Yeah,
and I just got
definitely.
new prosthetics and wax because I'm doing all these old people sketches. So
Mhm.
old people will be trending soon.
Okay. All
So,
right.
Yeah, we can make you an
so
old lady. But we should make you a sexy lady.
yeah, I think
Yeah. The
it's-
kind that
it's
gets
good.
hit on.
I'm actually kind of scared. I feel like I'm gonna like people are gonna like I don't know what it is like. It's crazy. It is crazy to like when I'm dressing up as a woman for my comedy. It is crazy. I mean, just like kind of like because there was one time where I actually shaved and I
Right.
put on a wig and I was like very young at the time, but I looked very androgynous. So it's like,
Okay.
and I got comments like, "Wow, you're fucking hot!" Like, and it's like I was like, when I was getting
In
like
person?
no comments, and
Okay.
then my friend also told me to my face, and it really made me uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I
I
don't
got
know.
that as a guy. People were like, these girls were like, seriously, like, you're a hot guy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
do
was
you
a
feel
hot guy.
do you feel good with that?
Yeah.
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 I don't know. For me, it's weird.
It's
like
weird,
my-
but I
it's like, I
love
don't know.
weird.
I just
Yeah.
it's not that it's like I feel like it feels
Emasculating.
yes, you found the word.
You wanna be masculine, I think.
That's what it
I don't
is.
care about being seen. I actually like to be seen as masculine. I have a lot of
Uh-huh.
guy friends, and I've heard them be like, bro, or like my man. Like one of my
Yeah.
friends would always say this to me. I'd be like,
Mhm.
you know, I'm not a man, right? So I enjoy that,
Yeah,
but that's also a little weird.
that's exactly it. You put it right on the
Yeah,
nose.
I think you like to be masculine.
I am masculine. That's the
Right.
thing, It's like, but as an actor and as an entertainer, you have to explore these different avenues,
It's acting.
right?
And anyone with a brain is going to know it's acting. It's a character. So sit down if you have a problem with Karim dressing like a man.
Dressing like a woman. You mean.
A woman. Oh, the truth is, oh my God. I just told my mom always say things like that. She'll reverse things.
Jen.
No. The truth is, you really are a woman. I'm going to start spreading a rumor.
You know what?
Now
Fuck
we're
it.
going to be on that. What's that drama thing they do? Drama.
Fine, I should just identify as a woman, right?
Jen is spreading rumors that Karim is actually
So-
a woman.
Here's one of the comedy skits I did. These are like incredible comedians, by
I like
the way.
your hair like that. It's cool.
Thank you. This is Clarity, very popular comedian. He's done a lot of work with Kevin
Okay.
Hart, and then another Instagram model. Her name is
I've seen her.
Amy Jackson.
Okay.
Right. She's also very funny. So we did this little skit, and I honestly love it. All right.
Okay.
But it's like, obviously, you're gonna see like the butt of the joke is the butt and the
Okay.
boobs and all that stuff. But I still like it. I'm not really a fan of this type of comedy, but I thought it was funny.
Okay.
So
Let's see.
here we go.
I wonder if I've seen this. Mm-mm.
Hey, you want me to get that?
Don't get up there, it's for me. Got it. Hey girl. Hey girl, you ready to go? Come on in, let me see my shoes on. Okay.
Hold up. Hey, you're not going out like that.
No, look at this. Hey, chill.
Nah, she good. Let her go out like that. Let her stay in. She can come sit right here.
That was good.
You know, it's getting a little cold out there, so
Huh.
cover you up a little bit.
Aren't you a good boyfriend?
There you go.
Better.
Now you can go outside.
I actually agree. It's good to cover up.
Love you too, babe.
Okay, so I added a little of my
You don't do
culture.
like a million of those.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
There are accounts that's, like, only things like that.
I wanted to try it. It did pretty well. It's almost like reaching out 1 million views right now.
Yeah, that's something.
Which is it's pretty crazy. I mean, I thought I'd do something different, something new. Like taking that type of comedy,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like the butt and boob joke comedy, but then
Yeah.
adding my own culture
Cover
to
up.
it and covering her up.
I like that. It was tasteful.
Yeah, you think it was good?
I think it was super tasteful. Yeah. And it was actually not promoting that women walk around and like twerk and I'm not for that. Like, I'm all for edgy stuff. I'm very edgy. I'm actually okay with people doing nude modeling, but like to walk around in public with like no clothes and just be like shaking your ass cheeks at people is just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've lost 3 music video roles because I won't twerk on camera.
Yeah,
So,
I feel you.
There's
So,
a line, you know.
You know, I mean,
There is a line.
and this is no disrespect to Amy Jackson or Clarity. Like,
No,
they're
she's super
incredible
respected in that.
comedians. I love their work, and they do a lot of different things. But you know, I was like, you know, let me try something different. So
She should.
we got together, and I was like, let me try this out and see how it works. And it did well, and I think that's the furthest I could take it, because there were moments where I'm like, you know what, I want to do more. Because this is
Right,
they're
it
so
works.
popular and stuff like that, but. I don't know. How do you feel about that type of comedy where it's like always the butt and the girl's shaking her butt and
I
the
just
guy
think
goes
it's,
crazy because her butt and this and all that?
It's not intelligent enough for me. It's just too simple. So, you know, if it's going to make people laugh, it just doesn't make me laugh. Like, you know what makes me laugh? Like, I'm a big fan of Andy Milonakis. My friend from
God, yeah.
high school, Matt Tarley, which was like, he was like Andy Milonakis, but real life, my friend. I like very obscure comedy, like old SCTV, Martin Short, just like stuff that you watch it and while you're watching it. And I think a lot of people tell me that's their reaction to me. You're like, what did I just watch? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But you're smiling. You're like, what is this real? Like, did she really just put a monologue up like that? Like, that was a horrible monologue. So I'm going to be posting terrible monologues because you're just like, what did I just watch?
Yeah.
But you're having fun
Yeah.
and you're confused.
Yeah.
So that's my type of humor, and that doesn't really leave me feeling like, yeah, you know,
That's awesome. I love Martin Short. He's
just
incredible.
absurd.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what is going on right now?
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, it's cool. It's cool to kind of get this like, you know, your point of view on this, because I kind of seen like how much it was like kind of growing on Instagram with all these girls doing this type of comedy. Like, to be honest, it was funny at first, you know.
Yeah.
And I think maybe for the young kids, because it's new to them, they're like,
And
oh my
boobs are
gosh.
new to them.
Yeah. So it's like, oh my gosh, like it's boobs and ass.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's how YouTubers used to clickbait on their thumbnails,
Right.
and now it doesn't work
Plus,
anymore.
It doesn't work now?
No, because
Okay.
if you do have boobs on your thumbnail, it gets demonetized.
Really?
Or
Even if they're like covered?
no, if they're covered, no.
Oh, okay.
But if there's
Okay.
cleavage.
Oh,
then-
okay. Oh, wow.
So yeah, I
Interesting.
mean, I've tried and I've jumped into that, and I've you know, I rode the wagon and
Yeah.
tried that comedy,
As you should.
and as it shows, they become very successful.
Yeah, but you're
And-
smarter.
Yeah.
You can create more intelligent and intellectual comedy, I think.
Yeah, this video actually went super viral overseas too, because they've never
Oh,
seen
wow.
anything like this before.
Really?
Yes. Having a girl that's very voluptuous like that.
Yeah, her
and then,
body, wow.
Yeah, and then dressing her up in hijab, which is a formal cultural
Right.
clothing in the Middle East. It went super viral all over the place. And I think
It's
that's the
clever.
only way I'll be able to do comedy like that if
Yeah,
I'm
if you're
able,
covering them up.
if I'm able to like have something
That's a
kind
shtick
of
that could work.
cultural,
Just
you know.
going to fashion shows and
Yeah.
going to like a nude art modeling class. Like, that's something I would do and be like,
That's
we
funny.
must cover you up. Like, what are you doing? And then like the whole class is like, excuse me, like we're in a college class right now.
Yeah.
We're trying to draw the woman. You're like, no, and you just cover them.
That is funny, but then people are going
That's
to take it the
funny.
wrong way because they're so sensitive today.
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe, but
So-
everyone's gonna. What is it? You can't please everyone, but you can always piss somebody off.
That's very
So,
true. That's very true. And you know, I'm not gonna lie. Look, see here, we have another one, like a butt in the thumbnail. I was
miss these.
I was falling in the wrong direction. So
I don't think so. I think it's okay to. I think it's okay to sprinkle body parts.
there's nothing
in.
wrong with booty, right?
No.
Nothing wrong with booty.
No, we all have one.
right? Yeah.
No, it's
But-
just how you
Yeah.
maximize it and pimp it out.
Yeah. I really need to like I've always wanted to work on my comedy in that sense, because I don't really want to make the women feel like they're used in a way, and which is
Yeah.
not really good for like the furthest. Even if I have women in my music video, I'd have them like look classy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like
And-
ours, pretty
yeah.
classy.
Yeah, I don't have you twerking or anything. Although I do want to do a parody where I have a girl twerking, just for like I want to do a music video parody.
Right.
You tell me what you think about
Okay.
this. Where we're gonna have like it's gonna be like kind of serious, but
Okay.
the lyrics are gonna be horrible.
Okay.
And we're gonna have
help
like
with
girls twerking, but it's not gonna be like sexy girls. I'm probably
Right.
gonna have like grandmas twerking and stuff like that.
I could just look like a grandma. I just ordered
Hopefully-
$160 worth of grandma makeup and prosthetics. I'll be coming
Really?
Yeah, I'm working on some really funny old people stuff.
That would
I'm
be
gonna do an
that would
old
be
lady show with
lit.
my friend. Yeah,
Because, you know, those grandmas could throw down.
that actually would be funny if you get real grandmas, but also maybe girls like dressed as grandmas.
I'm thinking about getting real grandmas.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to blow their back.
Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think it could be funny.
No,
like
it's-
parodies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could work. It depends on, just the scripting and location and all the jokes and punchlines.
Yeah. I've been like, it's so I'm gonna kind of pick your brain right now because I've been stuck in
Definitely.
this in my comedy realm because I have an audience that's very conservative and I have an audience that's also very wild.
Okay.
And it's always hard trying to please both.
Yeah, you're not going to please both.
Yeah,
You're
but
just not.
But I did. I managed to successfully please both with that one video that I just
Okay,
showed you, where
yeah.
it's like the wild guy's like, "Oh my god, that girl's so
Right.
hot," but then I covered it up. Okay, good.
Right,
At least there's a
right.
moral at the end for them, right?
Right.
Because I don't believe that. I believe a woman could dress and do whatever she wants and however she wants, right?
But not in my house.
So it's like I don't know. It's like I want you to tell me like I'm trying to find the right path to comedy. And if I'm having such a hard time, is that even a good thing? Because like I don't know what are the limits when it comes to having women in your videos for comedy? Because that's the whole thing I'm trying to get at. Like they're always
Right.
being used as sexual objects.
It's all about the context.
All the booty and
Because
the-
I'm going to be doing a lot of photo shoots with my friend Maheen and I and other
Yeah.
people, and there's going to be some very scantily clad men and women, and that's okay. Like my grandma's into art. She has pictures of women who are partially dressed all over her house. She's 94. So you can have people who are, the body can be a beautiful thing. It can be very classy. It's just how we frame it. But here's one idea for your comedy, right?
Okay.
So this is what I do, and I think a lot of other comics do this too. Basically, it's like you're not coming up with jokes, but you're just tracking your life. So you're living a funny life, and while living a funny life, all these crazy things happen, and I have a joke file of like 30 pages of things that really happen in real life or things that come to me, and then I write them down, and then they become the sketch, or it becomes. So I have like 30 pages from that. So it's just like while you're going through the day, you're like, wouldn't that be so funny if Karim actually was a woman and he was putting on this Karim Jovian persona, and you know what I mean? Like that's like a weird thought, and it's like, that could be a sketch.
Yeah.
And then I'll rate it like, okay, that's like a 5 on the funny, so low priority. Oh, this is a 9. We're doing that.
Yeah.
Like one came up here. One came out. My mom's big into dollhouses, and she makes all these things for a dollhouse. And I go, are you sometimes up? She says she worked on something for 20 hours. And I said, do you ever like forget to eat and stay up to like 4 in the morning working on your dollhouse? She's like, sometimes. So I go, So I came up with like an intervention skit where basically I'd be playing my mom, and basically I lose my house, my bills pile up. I don't take care of anything in my real house because I'm putting all my money into the dollhouse. So I was like, just don't spend all your money in your dollhouse that you like forget your real house, because it's not going to happen. So that became a sketch.
That's
so
cool.
it's just like,
Yeah.
like things come up all day, and I feel like that's the best way to, and you'll see what resonates, because that's what comes into your head all day.
Yeah, I do that many times. It's just like writing down like ideas that come to me, because I usually start forgetting now because there's like
You
life
have to
gets
wait
in
it
the
down
way. Yeah,
immediately.
you have to write it down, or else you forget.
Yeah, keep a file in your phone. Like
Yeah, I do.
Vlada, I'm sure things, have like a little bit of a language difference or things. So I'm sure you could be talking to her and like she'll think you say one thing and you said something else. That could go down the joke file.
Yeah, there's a lot of ideas that we had that that we came across together. So it was kind of funny. And we come up with some ideas together, and there is actually some videos that we wanted to do that deal with that.
Okay.
Deal with the lost in translation type thing, and the fact that she's dating someone like me who's Arabian.
Right.
So like, what's the thing in there? I mean, I think we already did a sketch on that where
That
it's
could be
like
funny, like
she's
what she
looking at me.
expected.
Yeah, she's like looking at me, and then I look like a screaming bearded terrorist. and
Right.
she's like nervous because when that's like what she sees when she looks at me. And then I'm like, and then I get back to normal. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you looking at? Like, why are you looking at me like that?
Funny. Like you on like a white horse. Like,
So yeah. I'll show it to you.
maybe that's what she thinks of during like private moments. You never know.
Oh, I hope not.
Could you imagine? You're like
I
on top
hope
of
not,
her.
imagine.
Sorry, I'm going really graphic. I was like, you're on top of her. You're
Who
like,
knows?
you're mad on the
Maybe
white
she's
horse.
into that. Who knows?
We don't know. I don't
maybe
know.
she's into that. Like maybe she
you
wants
you
a
never
wild,
know.
a wild horse ride in
Never
Arabian.
know. Hey, you really. That's why that's what she thought you were.
Yeah, so we're gonna skip to
You
that
have a
really
white
quick.
horse?
I'm gonna jump to it really quick. Where is it? Oh, where is it? So actually, somebody told me that one of the fans told me that it's not a good idea to wrap my thumbnails in red.
Because of
even though I thought it
superstition
makes
or
it pop
something?
out, but it's actually because look, if you notice here on the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
like YouTube lets you know if the video is being watched or not.
Oh, okay.
My videos usually have the full red line covering everything, so they think
Right.
they've watched it already. So like right here, it looks like you watched it already.
Oh,
And I just and my
right.
brain just I just blew up. I was like,
Wow.
oh my god, that's why nobody's
Maybe
watching
do
my videos.
green.
It means they've been
Maybe-
watching it.
What if you do like a green line around or yellow?
Yeah, I'm thinking of yellow or green.
Yeah, yellow. I think.
So this is
Yeah.
the skit I'm talking about here. So right now we talked about women, right?
Right.
And then I'm gonna ask you how it feels to be a woman in comedy, especially
Okay.
with like guys. Sometimes they get a little weird.
Okay.
And then we're gonna talk about how it is for like Arabians like me, like the type of comedy and how far can we go. So here is an example of the Arabian comedy I did, where she's like looking at the text that people have sent her, telling her to watch out because I'm Arabian and I might be strict or whatever. And then all of a sudden she's like starting to believe it. All the text she's
Her
getting.
serious face is really serious.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
That's funny. That's funny. I didn't see this one.
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
So weird.
I like that one.
And that's it. So, what do you think
Where's
about
your
that?
horse? I love it. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you don't think it's
Yeah.
too far?
No, but for me, I like to push you. I like to jump over the line and come back. So asking me if something's too far, where almost nothing offends me, you got to ask someone who gets offended a lot. It's
No, it's dude. It's like so
like
rare.
almost nothing
you're,
offends
you're
me.
like a gem.
So,
You're a gem. The fact that you
yeah.
don't get offended like that, because a lot of people get
No.
offended easily nowadays.
Well, I think it's just, I'm not going to call myself wise, but it's almost like, it's just one person. It's one person, and what is one person? The speck of the universe, speck of the world. It's one person's opinion. So even if a person has all these awards and Emmys and Grammys and whatever, I mean, one of my friends won an Emmy. Great. We work on things. I consulted him on his business. I didn't win an Emmy, but I'm just saying, we all have,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what your certifications are. There's always more to learn, and it's just one opinion. And there are really great people with horrible opinions, and then there's people that should be celebrated, and they're not celebrities with
Yeah.
awesome opinions.
Yeah.
It just doesn't matter. I don't care what anyone thinks. Basically,
It's-
I
that's
care and I
awesome.
don't care.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome.
know?
And I actually wanted to ask you this. This is a question that a lot of people usually ask, and it's very important. I think it's very prevalent. Like, is it hard for a woman in comedy?
I honestly, I feel like I'm in touch with what's going on in society because I pay attention. I have all different types of friends, from the 20s to the 90s. I have all types of people in my world from different religions. But I also am in my own little bubble. Like I've kind of created my own little universe and world. And in my world, the people who matter really support me. And I get a lot of positive feedback. And I really haven't gotten... it's funny. The only people who've given me negative feedback as far as my jokes are guys I've dated in the last couple of years. I've somehow found these beautiful-ish guys that have no sense of humor. So intentionally, I'll like dress up like a man. Like one Valentine's Day in 2014, I dressed up like a man. I did all these videos, and I intentionally sent it to the guys that I knew had no sense of humor, would not want to see that. Because it's fun for me. Like, let's creep them out. Like, let's be super weird and really funny. But aside from these few guys, no, it's not hard for women in comedy. It's awesome. I'll get, it's like a lot of women show their butts and their boobs and stuff to get in places. Like people are like, oh, she's funny, she's fun, she's with me. So it's actually like a ticket into places.
Yeah.
Because you make people smile and feel good. They want to hang out with you all the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
That's
I'd
pretty
say
interesting.
it's a good thing. It would be really sad if I didn't have any sense of humor.
Oh yeah, I think we all
Yeah.
need a sense of humor. I think that's really important. But I always find it interesting, like, for me, it's like it's really hard to find women in comedy, like funny ones. It's really hard, and I'm gonna be
Yeah,
completely honest.
you're right.
It's
Yeah,
it's
they're
hard
rare.
because like I only could really name a few that I find hilarious.
Yeah.
And one of them is Monique. I think she's really funny.
Okay.
She's
I
a
haven't seen
boss.
anything in a while.
Yeah, she's a boss. And then who else? We got Ellen is pretty funny.
Yeah, she's
Uh,
family friendly, funny.
Yeah, she's family friendly though.
I could see you like an Ellen type because you're like,
Yeah.
you're not going to push the edge too much.
Mhm.
So like that type of vibe, I feel like I
Yeah?
associate with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, those like, but there's not a lot, and I think
It's not
that's
too many. There's more.
there's
Ali
there's
Wong is really funny. Have you seen Netflix?
yeah. I think
She's
yeah,
funny.
I've seen her.
And the
yeah.
new Amy Schumer special is pretty funny. She has a husband with Asperger's who literally doesn't understand things, and she makes fun of him, and it's gold.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
really
gotta check
funny.
that out.
Yeah.
I just feel like I think it's because they're not really being pushed much.
I wonder.
I think they're not being pushed much.
I feel like a lot of the emphasis for women is to look good and be beautiful and like find a husband and get married. And I actually grew up being maybe supported the other direction. Like, maybe don't get married and have kids. Like, it's easier. So, I don't know. The way I'm growing up is probably opposite than a lot of women. So, what I want is different, and the way I view things is differently. But I don't know. Why are there less women in comedy? It's a very good question, which I've thought of myself, too.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer right now.
Yeah, I mean, so just keep doing your thing because you could be another one of those
Hey.
women in comedy, you know?
Yeah, and I'll be, not everyone's going to like my jokes, and that's okay.
No, that's fine. And
Yeah.
and I think it's important for someone like you to be in comedy too because you're not easily offended.
No.
And I feel like there's a lot of PC people out there who don't understand comedy and expect that comedy now is like you can't say anything. Like how can you be funny if you
Right.
can't offend someone?
I
That's the
know,
whole point
I
of being
know.
funny sometimes, you know?
Yeah. It's people are gonna get offended, and that's that. You can't worry too much. I feel like you have to. This is how I know if something's okay and I can do it. My dad's parents who died, I'm like, okay, would they be okay with this? My grandma, who's a very classy lady, my grandpa worked for the World Bank. They were like kind of fancy. Would she be okay with this? Can I talk to my parents about this? Can I talk to my close friends and my friends' kids about this? And is it from a place of love? Is it from a good-hearted place, or is it from a jealous, egotistical place? And I'll kind of run that by automatically. It's an automatic thing for me, and I'll know. And then it's like, okay, we can talk about this. This is okay. So that's how I kind of draw the line, because it's a very fine line sometimes. Sometimes I really don't know if something's okay or not. I really, yeah.
Yeah, it's something that you have to figure out. I just find it really interesting because I've never really talked to any woman about because
Really?
you're like you're a funny comedian.
Thank you.
Who I know, and like not a
More
lot
coming.
of and not a lot of females I know are doing comedy. Most of them just act.
Sad.
So it's like that's why it's just really interesting to know about it
Yeah.
from you. Yeah, because you
It's
get like
my
a
lifeblood. I
Yeah.
just to be too serious, as I said, I was dating someone for a little while, and like he could be funny sometimes. He surprised me a few times, but he's really into drama. All he would write is like horror and drama and suspense and anger, and it's like, I don't know. I just like to be in the
Word, right?
mindset of ha ha. So whatever's gonna put me in the ha ha is what I do, and it feels great.
yeah, that's cool.
But it's a place,
Yeah. So I guess I'll give it a shot. I'll try maybe to bring back
I'll
one of
help
my
you.
female characters and see how that goes.
Yeah, you gotta do what feels comfortable for you.
To be honest with you, it's like everything I do makes me feel uncomfortable, and that's good. Like I feel like
yeah, me too.
you don't want to be too comfortable, you
Right.
know? So when you get comfortable, that's when you kind of slip, and you kind of
True.
you sleep on things. So
True. You gotta
Um,
push yourself.
yeah, I want to try it out, but it has to be. I was thinking of bringing her back in like kind of a short film, like a
Okay.
short internet movie
Okay.
where it's gonna be something crazy. Like she and I think I might kill her off in the end.
What?
It's just the
She can always
end.
come back as a ghost if you really like her.
Yeah, I mean, right?
you
So
can
it's
always
gonna
do
be
anything.
kind of interesting. It's gonna be like because she plays like I'll probably bring her up so you can kind of get an idea. We're not gonna watch the whole thing because it's so cringy.
I'm just
I
like
cannot
really
stand
big into
myself as a woman.
character acting, so I'm
But-
into that.
It's like so basically.
I haven't seen this.
So basically, this is the character that she was really popular back in 2016. Like everybody loved her. And the show was called Habibti Soraya, which means my love Soraya.
I'm
Habibti means
excited.
my love in Arabic.
Okay.
And so this is like kind of an idea. Like so basically, I was filming with this German YouTuber. She plays Cinderella in the Disney music videos.
Okay.
So basically, we're hanging out talking about a video, and then she comes in and like tries to butt in and be annoying, right? And she's pissed, jealous of her. So I'm kind of embarrassed.
Did I see this? I don't think so. I like the girl's awkward look on her face.
So I head to the bathroom. She speaks Arabic only, but I translate for her.
You're dissing her.
Basically telling her I have real hair from India.
tell you this one thing. كريم بتاعي أنا. أوكي؟ مفيش حد هياخده، مفيش حد يجوز، ده جوزي حبيبي.
Me and Karim, there's nothing there. We're just friends. We're collabing on a YouTube video. Really believe me. So please calm down. You want some water?
No.
So the faces are good.
ماشي. It's actually it's one of my yes.
Yeah, you do the expressions so well. That's why I like it. It's the
Yeah.
expressions on your face.
Thank you.
You don't think it's too like over the top?
I love over the top.
Yeah.
You know who you're talking to here? Like in the next year, you're going to see a lot of stuff because I've filmed at least like 6 different videos that haven't been out yet. And my stuff is over the top.
So then she knocks her out and hides her.
The crazier, the better.
Hides the body.
No, with a bag. That's funny.
Yeah, so
Like that's weird. I like that.
Yes,
You're
and
just
I
like,
give
oh,
her
let's put a
really-
bag there.
yeah, and I give her really big boobs.
Yeah,
Like,
excessive.
so she has like a lot of characteristics that I got from the women in my life. Like,
Right.
I put a little bit of my mom in there, a little bit of my ex in there, a little bit of my
That's
cousins in
funny.
there, the female cousins, and then
So whose
you know,
hair was that?
that hair is actually just a wig I bought.
Oh, it's not like your
It's
ex's
not,
hair.
no.
No, I'm just kidding.
I just
I'm just like, who
Imagine.
inspired the hair? Because that's
my
interesting.
ex's hair, that's crazy.
Yeah, I
Imagine
mean,
that.
hey, maybe you had interesting taste, you know, before.
Oh god, that would be kind of scary.
It would be.
Yeah, so I'm bringing her. I'm thinking. I've been writing the script and it's pretty much finished now.
Okay.
Like, and I haven't done it because I was kind of nervous. I wanted to talk about the
You're so
character with
funny.
someone. I finally did.
Yeah, I'll
So,
totally help you with that.
Yeah, she's gonna come back. I'm gonna get kidnapped basically, and then she's gonna come and save
Love
me. And
that.
she's gonna be like the female Rambo.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
she's
great.
gonna kick ass and get me back, and then at the end she's gonna die.
Okay.
So I have to kill her off because I can't keep doing this character as I
So
get
you have
older.
to kill her? Does it not do the character? You can't
Yeah,
just like
so-
not do it?
Yeah, because you kind of make it like kind of like touching at the end, you know.
Okay.
So it's like it's gonna be really dramatic at the end too. Like she dies,
And that pushes girl power, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, she
'cause-
died for me and stuff, and so and this way, like to kind of give her a nice send off because I can't. I
Yeah.
could do a different character maybe in the future, but I can't keep doing her. I feel like she's
Alright.
like something that was nice in the time. Of,
I disagree. I think you should keep doing her, but
everybody tells me that.
yes,
Everybody.
yes,
Tells me.
just I don't
She's
know,
like-
just win
she's
Mr. Universe or do
so-
something really masculine, so your masculine is
Fake
like
her
so
death.
high.
That's smart.
Or
I
fake
could
her
probably
death.
fake her death and just like make people think she died. That's a good idea. Yeah.
And then
Yeah, we'll definitely have to cut this out, but it's gonna happen. Hey, you know what? If you're watching this podcast, then
It'll be funny.
you know the couple of secrets that we're gonna working on. So, yeah, and it's gonna make it really cool, nice quality, and you're definitely gonna have to help. You're probably gonna be
I'll love to.
the badass
I can do makeup or
chick with her and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much like how.
that's up my alley.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
my thing.
Cool.
Weird character acting. So I will
Awesome.
support you in anything like that.
Cool. That sounds
The
good.
weirder, the better.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, that's been something I've always been working on. So like the comedy when it comes to women and my culture, because that's like really what I excel at. You know,
Okay.
I've tried the boobs and the booty.
Right.
I've seen that it works. It's easy views, but then at the same time, I felt like
Yeah.
it was just I'm not
So,
really
yeah.
a fan of it.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
not really a fan of it.
No.
I feel like there's more of something that can be funny than a woman's ass and titties.
So much
you know?
more, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. If you can also like be funny without insulting someone, that's a skill too. That a lot of people I feel like don't understand.
That's
'Cause
hard.
It is hard. I feel like in the last year I can do it sometimes, but maybe 3 years ago I would be writing jokes, or 4 years ago, and I would find there would be like a lot of insults or making fun of things. And it's just easy to do that. But if you can not insult someone and be positive and be funny, ooh, that's a skill. Yeah.
That is a hard skill because I feel like everybody feels like they get insulted, you know? So, like, what do you mean? Like, explain that.
Okay. So here's like this is a really stupid joke. This is a horrible example, but I was joking around at my dad's house. At the end of the day, I'll play with my dog, and I'll say hi to my dad. I don't play with my dad. I play with the dog, and and I have the chicken pot pie, and I have my keys, right? So I don't lose my keys. My mom does. So I put the keys into the chicken pot pie or on the tin foil. So there's like chicken pot pie and then there's keys. I was like, I always lose my keys, but now I don't lose my keys anymore because I just put my keys in the chicken pot pie. And if I carry the chicken pot pie all around, then I'm not gonna lose my keys. So all I gotta do is carry the chicken pot pie with my keys all the time, and then I'm not gonna lose my keys. And it's like so silly and it's so absurd and so stupid, but it's like kind of funny and it's kind of silly. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, just carry around the chicken pot pie that's attached to your keys all day, and now you're not gonna lose your keys. So it's like like silly little antics like that, where I'm gonna do like a chicken pot pie dog treat review. So because people do these, we're gonna do unboxing, let's show you how it is. So I actually tried my dog's dog treats a couple of weeks ago, and they're chicken pot pie, and the 2 dogs go crazy for them, and it actually tastes kind of decent. But I was like, I'm like, how does it taste? I'm like, it tastes like a chicken pot pie. It's been dehydrated and then left out in Hurricane Katrina, and then dried off on a landline in India, and then blow dried by a hairstylist, and then put in this bag. And that would be like my review. I'm like, that'd be kind of funny. It's not insulting anyone. So you gotta get really creative.
It is funny, but I feel like somebody will
get offended.
Yeah, somebody's gonna get offended. They're gonna be like, "That's insulting. I can't believe she
it's
said
insulting
Katrina."
for chicken pot pies. Oh my goodness.
And India being hung in India.
I love Indians.
Of course. Yeah, they're great. Shout out to India, by the way.
Shout out to India.
I have a lot of supporters from India, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Because just now they're starting to get really good internet.
Oh.
And that's why they're taking over YouTube right now with the most subscribed.
Really?
The most subscribed channel now is like this Indian company.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, T-Series.
T-Series?
So yeah, because they're starting to have really good internet, and it just shows like, you know, we thought we had everything going for us,
right?
But you know, we don't realize that the rest of the world, they don't have good internet yet. Once they have good internet, the competition is going to grow even more.
That's cool.
You have a lot of these talented people in India,
right.
all these funny people in Malaysia, and all these talented people that are going to start coming up, and we're going
right.
to, you know, so
that's really
get
cool.
ready, guys. Get ready. I'm excited too because a lot of my viewers were like from India, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia. And they're so supportive. They love this type of stuff.
Right.
And there's nothing over there about getting offended or anything like that.
Really?
Comedy is comedy. Like when they go all out, you know?
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so just as long as you don't touch religion, and that's understandable.
I'll get a Bible. I touched it. I touched it. I touched religion. So sorry. Don't touch.
92 million. Wow, they're at 92 million right
and
now.
And that's all Indian?
Yeah, competing.
Wow.
What is he at right now? Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
So it's
I
good.
hope they do cooking.
I mean, I hope you don't get offended with me saying this, but it feels good now to finally have someone who's most subscribed that's not, you know, white.
Yeah.
92.
Yeah, no.
92. Wow.
Wow.
He's almost at 100 million.
It's going to be interesting to see where media is in 10 years, even 3 years, 2 years.
Exactly,
1
right?
year.
Exactly. Once we hit the 5G and we get the fastest internet, and then everybody else around the world gets their fast internet, it's going to be good for business too. It's going to be like a unifying business. It's going to be a unifying business, and I think hopefully it turns out to be great. But then there's going to be a lot of competition, guys. There's going to be a lot of competition out there.
Well,
you know?
there's always room. I think there's always room. You know, they say in the spiritual community, like there's always room for something. If you're great, if you're good at something, then the world needs more of what you're good at. So yes and no.
Yeah.
Yes
true.
and no. There's truth to it, and there's a lot of BS.
So finally, any more thoughts about just how comedy is nowadays and for women, or what would you like to change for comedy in women, like for comedy about women, or for women, or by women, whatever you want to.
I feel like a lot more men are opening up to the idea that women can be funny, or at least that's just what I feel is the climate right now. But I would like to see women in comedy just not feeling pressured to have to show their boobs or their butt. If you want to, that's great. Go ahead. Like I support you, but like you don't have to. Like let's use the mind. Let's use intellect. Let's use humor. Let's use compassion. Let's promote things like that. Not just, showing off your assets, which I do. I saw an ab and butt makeover class for 2.5 years, and that's part of my program, ab and butt makeover. So the reason why I show my abs, but I haven't really shown my butt much. So that's my job. I feel like I'm waiting for the perfect moment, but I've been waiting for like 7 years. So it's like there's like 2 pictures maybe online of my butt, and we were shooting this. We shot a pilot for this gym series where I play the gym boss, and my friend who was writing it, he wrote in me as me into the series. And he's like, you're gonna have to show your butt. And I was like, I was training. I was like, okay, we're gonna do close-ups on my butt.
Yeah. Was it the one where you were a dancer or something like that? Was it that one?
Maybe there's one pilot. It just went to a couple of film festivals, and that's all we did with it. But I don't know. I'm just a perfectionist. So like if I'm gonna finally unleash my butt that I teach ab and butt makeover classes for, like it better be. I don't know. I'm waiting so long. I'm never going to do it now. It's like people that are virgins. They wait till they're 45 because it's just you keep on waiting, and it just gets to be more and more pressure.
Yeah. So
that's how I feel.
So is it really you're waiting, or you're just really shy?
No, it's both.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's both.
Okay.
I'm a perfectionist.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, what more do you want? I think it's fine, right?
I see the flaws in everything. I'm an artist, so I walk into a room and I see everything that's wrong, but I try to focus on what's right and talk about what's right.
That's good. That's good.
But that's how my mind works. I really do. I'm a critical person.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be worried though if you finally start to show and then people will start just taking you for that. Because it's like it's actually pretty cool that you have not shown it at all.
My friends are like, you just go viral, just show your ass. I mean, I think about that sometimes. I was like, But
I respect
wait.
that.
I'm
That's
waiting till
cool.
my program is awesome. My guidebook's 135 pages. When it's ready to like super be marketed, probably a few months, maybe add 20 more pages, then maybe I'll show what happens when you follow my program. But I don't know.
So it's real. It's not fake.
No.
Okay.
I can't even get a blood test. I like sweat getting a blood test. I could barely
yeah?
get like my ears pierced. No, I
Oh,
could never
okay.
get surgery.
Okay, that's good. That's very
No.
good, and that's awesome. Because you
No.
don't want you want to keep it healthy. So what
Yeah.
are some tips? Maybe we have some girls watching there that
Okay,
want to
yeah.
have like a nice, butt or
Okay,
abs.
yeah.
So what are the tips?
We gotta
Jen?
show the workout video, so that's hard verbally. But you have to definitely get a lot of sleep because your growth hormone and your growth occurs during rest. You want to get a lot of rest and a lot of sleep after you do workouts. So it's not just resting and sleeping all day. Sorry, but we knew that. I would say do a heavy legs workout every 5 to 12 days. That's in my guidebook. I have how often you should be doing your legs work. So when I say heavy, I mean you're pushing weight. You're not just doing body weight lunges. You're holding like 30 pounds in each hand. You have one leg up somewhere. You got to also, here's another key. Not only are you just doing a heavy legs workout every 5 to 12 days and you're doing light legs workout, another key, my brain just went, you want to work from every angle. That's what I was saying. So you don't want to just work in that sagittal plane. So your sagittal plane is like when people do crunches, forward and back. You want to work in the transverse plane, right? And you want to go side to side. So you want to hit your abs and your butt from every angle. That's a really big key to keep in mind. And that's like basic training. So when you work your abs, you got to go from every direction. Your butt, you want to put your legs in all directions, not just like forward and leg presses, lunges, going to the side. We are 3D individuals. So that's a key. And eating enough proteins and fats and carbs, like refueling properly. And probably staying away from alcohol. Alcohol, especially for men, like those men that don't put on muscle easily or they just get skinny when they don't work out, definitely stay away from alcohol because that's going to get in the way of building mass for a lot of people.
Well, yeah, definitely for me because I try, I've noticed that when I stop working out, I get really skinny. So I just started going to the gym again to kind of bulk up.
Right.
And that's why I never drink alcohol. Like I already have my reasons why I don't drink alcohol, but then like this just added to it because I've heard like it kills your muscle mass.
Yeah,
right?
It might mess with your HGH. It might help you not build muscle. Also, your liver is a fat burning organ. So, a lot of women say, oh, I want to build my butt. I don't have a problem building my butt. I try to reduce things or lift things. Building is not my issue. But if you're trying to reduce body fat, your liver is a fat burning organ. So if you have alcohol, you're probably not going to be metabolizing fat for maybe 10 to 48 hours because your liver's busy metabolizing the alcohol. So do you want to be breaking down alcohol or do you want to be having lipolysis, fat breakdown?
Wow.
So it's, people say, oh, I have a vodka and seltzer. It's no calories. Like, yeah, you're still having alcohol. It's toxifying your liver. So that's really key.
That's interesting. That's so cool.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it definitely is. I never really knew about that. I just knew some other things like it disorients you and inhibits you or whatever.
Yeah.
Because for my faith, I'm not supposed to drink alcohol as it is, but it's really interesting and I didn't know that. So there you go. There's benefits for it. So what about this? When we can't eat pork either, and I heard that there's parasites in pork that eat away at your muscle.
Okay, I don't
now,
know.
is that true?
I don't know about the eating away at the muscle, but supposedly there are a lot of parasites in pork, and there's no drainage. The sweat.
It just makes you get fatter. That's what I heard because the parasites don't let you build muscle. They eat away muscle mass. That's what I read.
I haven't heard that, but they can eat your
Google
food.
it, right?
Like the parasites can be like eating your food. So basically, the food that's supposed to go to your muscle supply will be going to feed the parasites. So that probably is the explanation.
Okay.
But do they eat away at your muscles? Maybe there are some parasites that feed on your muscles. I don't know. But they definitely feed on your food supply. So you're feeding a little organism and not your body and your muscles. So that makes sense. Yeah, and there are parasites in a lot of food and a lot of fish, like regular fish. You're going to find worms and parasites. It's pretty standard. Yeah, so that's why I cook the hell out of everything I eat.
Yeah, which I definitely should do next time. I'm not cooking steak like that
Yeah,
again.
I'm not a fan of the raw and the rare. But
Oh no, I don't like that either.
no?
My friend, he's like a fan. He's like, I love my steak bloody. I want that bloody as hell. I'm like,
it's just,
bro, that's dangerous as fudge.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
It's
Or
fine.
eating pork that isn't cooked correctly
Yeah.
Can be parasites.
can have parasites that can eat away your muscle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
there you
even
go.
cooked too. But yeah.
Thank you for that, Brandon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why whenever I make bacon, sorry, I do eat pork sometimes. I like sizzle it.
I
I'm
eat
like,
turkey bacon. It's my favorite.
That's better off.
Eat pork to begin with. I told you that.
Oh, there you go.
Don't-
Yeah, it's probably better. It's probably
That's
better.
cool. Oh, I mean, I want to like pick her brain. I'm learning so much
nutrition.
right now. I
but
love
yeah, the liver,
like,
that's
okay,
a big
yeah.
one.
So,
Alcohol, glad
yeah.
you're not doing it. I'm still hungover from like 2 weeks ago. No, my hangovers last like 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, it's a big reason why I really don't do it. I'm like
Oh.
foggy right now. I feel very
Okay.
slow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're getting over it.
I didn't even drink a lot. I really didn't drink much.
Yeah?
I really didn't. Yeah, it's just my dad's side of the family can't drink. They just get like really weird and disoriented. Maybe it's part Filipino genes. I don't know. My mom's side, they can drink.
Wow, so your dad is part Filipino.
Yeah, he's a quarter.
That's
So
crazy.
I'm an eighth. So exotic.
So now we talked about the comedy and all that stuff. I want to jump in with nutrition.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's really important and something that a lot of us need to pay attention to.
Right.
You can't be funny, you can't be healthy, you can't have a nice body or butt if you don't put the right things in your body.
Right.
And take care of yourself, right? So, I want to know like how you started to get into that. What are some tips that you can give us, especially millennials like us or
Yeah.
people like us, like who just don't have the time. I rarely have the time to eat right.
Okay.
Sometimes I skip on breakfast.
Okay.
Sometimes I just heat up some leftovers or
Right.
something, and sometimes I don't know how to cook a damn steak. So it's
Okay.
like, what are some tips that you can give us?
I think, well, one, you just motivated me to do more cooking videos. So you're going to see a lot more cooking, very easy cooking videos. I'm all about the fastest way to get food into your mouth and your body, and I don't care what it looks like. So you're going to see that. So I'll show you.
Yes.
So we'll help you with that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, easy stuff. Everything in my guidebook is basically wash it, chop it, put it in the oven, or wash it, chop it, put it in a container. Not crazy methods. So a quick rule of thumb, and I think a lot of people know this, is basically you want to eat close to nature.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have food that's generally not dehydrated in its natural state. It's hydrated, right? So
What do you
we're not-
mean when you say that?
So it's not only drinking water that hydrates you, and also conducts energy, because we conduct energy. And if you want to have more energy, think of electricity. Water conducts energy. So like watermelon, cucumbers, apples, peppers, those foods have water in it in the natural state. Once we dehydrate it, it becomes different. Or once we cook it at high temperatures over 118, we chemically alter the substance, and possibly we make it something that our bodies don't recognize as much. We start to denature fats and become unrecognizable fats or low quality fats. So basically, you don't want to cook things to death and you want to focus on the majority of your diet, like 70-80% being raw or lightly cooked fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Now that can sound boring, but if you go to Asian restaurants or Indian, they have a lot of vegetables, and you can get these things with nice sauces and spices. So for me, it's all about the spices and the sauces and finding really good combinations. And that's my guidebook. It's putting together things easily and simply, and focus on those things. Not, stay away from, look at the boxes and the claims, ignore them. Because remember, all these companies want to sell you the product, whether it's a cereal or a protein bar or chips. It might look so healthy and have all these claims that can lower your cholesterol. Just look at the ingredients and look at the nutrition. That's really top recommendations, I would say. Don't get swindled into the hype. Don't believe the hype.
Okay.
Blueberries don't have hype. A lot of natural foods that are good for you don't have any hype behind them.
Blueberry, I hear a lot of good things about blueberry.
Yeah.
It helps you with your memory.
Supposedly.
A lot of my actor, because my theater group that I used to go,
Right.
we used to perform in at Queens College at Colden Center, and so a lot of the actors would be eating blueberries. And I was like, why is everybody eating blueberries? What
That's
am I
so
missing
funny.
here? And they're like,
Yeah.
well, it helps with memory and memorizing. So it helps you with your brain. It has
Right.
antioxidants and cleans your system.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, okay. So, it helps with memorization, I guess, because they're trying to memorize their lines.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder. I was eating them the other night, though. I was feeling so proud of myself. I was like, picturing my brain growing. 'Cause supposedly it builds neural connections. That's some new article said that.
Yes, it's good for your brain too. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going tonight to get some blueberries.
Get some blueberries.
I'm getting some
frozen
blueberries.
blueberries, you know?
I'm getting some blueberries. I like blueberries. I used to eat them with yogurt. Just
Okay.
blend them in with yogurt. Is that good? Or
Yeah,
sounds
could be,
good, right?
depending on the yogurt, yeah.
Yeah.
But one tip, too, if you're making a lot of food, make enough for like 2, 3, 4 days. That's a really big tip I always tell everyone because you can't be
Okay.
cooking all day. So if you find something you
Yes.
like it, make like 20, 30 servings and freeze it. So you always have it in the freezer, and now you have your own homemade leftovers like TV dinners.
That's smart.
And make like 3 or 4 days because I only cook once or twice a week.
That's cool. My brother was telling me
Yeah.
about that, and I didn't believe him. He's like, "Hey, man, like this is what I do. I cook once a week, and
Yeah.
I make everything I need for that week, and I
Yep.
just save it in the fridge,
Exactly.
whatever. And then this way, I save myself from having to
Yeah.
cook for the rest of the days. That is genius. I didn't
Yeah,
know my
it's
brother was that smart.
You gotta meet your brother. Or wash all your fruit and vegetables like in a big bowl. You just put everything in a big bowl, baking soda or vinegar, scrub it. That's it. You're done for the week. So
Yeah.
now it's
I hate
done.
doing dishes. I hate it so much.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why
sorry,
I'll put on a
Mom.
podcast or something and I put on
Yeah.
something to listen to and
Yeah.
then bam.
I literally
get it
pay my
done.
mom to come over and do my dishes.
Well, there you go.
I'm like, Mom, just do it. I'll give you whatever you
And then
want.
tell her it's April Fool's. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're gonna take your check back.
Yeah, so that's really cool. So, what about organic? Because there's like this whole
Right.
organic hype that now is
Right.
starting out. And my friend, she told me like she's a dancer and
Right.
and her grandma was really into the organic lifestyle, and her grandma still got cancer. So she was telling me she doesn't
Yeah.
really believe in that organic stuff because it's still, you could still get sick even if you're eating
Sure.
right for the rest of your life.
I mean, yeah, you can live
So
a
how do you
perfect
feel about that?
life, and
Is organic overhyped?
Is it overhyped? I don't know. I guess it depends on who you talk to. If you talk to somebody like, oh, it's organic, you have someone with a big sign, maybe they're overhyping it. But I would say it's important to be organic, but the problem is a lot of companies are lying and they're being labeled as organic when they're not. So I actually haven't been as diligent last year in buying only organic because we don't even know if it is.
That's true.
But that actually brings up why I'm growing my own food now, and that's why I sent pictures to you. So I feel like you just don't know if things are going to be organic. Try to do the best you can. You want to stay away from chemicals. They can trigger confusion or ADHD responses. That's been proven. Depression, endocrine disruption, and absorption. So it's not only the food you eat that can be not organic, but also be putting on lotions, like all these fancy lotions from fancy companies can have things in them that can disrupt your hormones.
Yeah.
So
crazy.
organic's important, but if you grow your own food, then you'll know.
Yeah, so show us some, like if you could
Oh,
point. Well, the laptop died, so
Oh, it's
we're
okay.
just gonna use this and point
Oh
it
yeah.
to the camera.
Let's see. Wow, I got a lot of phone calls coming through. Okay,
Yeah, the laptop died, so we're not gonna be able to.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Make sure not to go to a not good photo.
Imagine.
Oh,
Imagine
yeah.
having,
We'll go to my secret.
You don't want the
file.
nude photo to show.
Well, you only take nude photos if you're proud of everyone knowing. That's the rule.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
used
here
to
we
say.
go.
All right, so,
So-
you could the camera's right there, so you could point it
Okay.
to that
I don't know
camera.
if you can see that.
And so basically over here is like you. So I thought it was in your garden, but you're doing it at home.
Not yet, because it's too cold.
Uh-huh.
So what I came up with this system of taking cardboard boxes that come to my house anyway,
Uh-huh.
or come to my friends' houses, and then I line them with plastic bags, ideally that I already have, and then
cool.
I plant them with seeds. So I have string beans and okra, strawberry, lettuce, tomatoes, a lot of things growing.
That's so
My whole
cool.
guest room is filled with soil, and my dining room table is filled with soil. So when it's time to plant, they're already popping. They're like this.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's healthy. I
Yeah,
did that,
for sure.
You'll feel really healthy. So if you have a little space, grow something, and now
Mm-hmm.
you'll feel good eating it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I heard also like if you have plants in your place, it's like good for your mental state and
Yeah.
the energy and also the air that you're breathing.
Yeah, it clarifies the air. It can take some toxins out, some things more than others. I don't know how much string beans purify the air, but hopefully a lot because I got so many growing in my house right now. And also the vibes. Yeah, they say that it changes the vibes. Maybe. Yeah, there's a book, The Secret Lives of Plants, and if you talk to your plants, it changes how they grow, and it shows that they have feelings. I don't know.
I actually read about that, and I
Yeah.
read that plants do have feelings, and there was a test that was done
Mm-hmm.
where they played like rock music,
Yep.
like very angry music, next to the plant, and then after some days,
Mm-hmm.
the plant will move away from the speaker.
Oh, I didn't know
Right?
that's what happens.
And then they did another test where they tried to play classical music Beethoven,
Mm-hmm.
Mozart, all
Cardi
these
B.
like Cardi B, really.
Yeah, she's classic.
So and then for a few days,
Mm-hmm.
the plant will start moving towards the speaker
I didn't know that's
because
how it
they
reacted.
it
Okay.
enjoys it and it kind of moves towards the speaker. So
Yeah.
that was really interesting. And
I was gonna do an experiment
You
like
should.
that,
That
but
would be
I
pretty
felt
cool.
bad. I have a mentor who's like 70 something. She's a really interesting woman, and I said, okay, I'm gonna take one plant. I'm just gonna say hateful words, and then the other ones I'll say good things. And she's like, no, and I don't have the heart to do that, so I'm not doing it. I don't know. I feel too bad talking shit to a box of fake string beans.
yeah,
Real string beans. Sorry, they're not fake. They're sorry string beans.
yeah.
Plastic string beans, right? Could you imagine? I'm growing prosthetic string beans in my house with prosthetic butts. What? What? I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want that for your business.
I don't know. I don't have.
You
the
have
heart to
everything
do the
real.
experiment.
I respect you. I respect what you're doing. I respect everything that you stand for. It's awesome to keep working
Thank
with you,
you.
and I hope we continue to work for in the future,
Yeah.
for many years to come.
Definitely.
And I can't wait to see what it is that you make. Also, I truly do respect a lot of things. Also, like that you're going towards the natural and real nutritional value of things.
Yeah.
Not like some other people who are like the Instagram nutritionists
Oh God.
who have fake butts, fake boobs, and are pushing a nutritionist lifestyle, which I think
Yeah.
is damaging to the young kids out there who think it's real.
Yeah.
Hey, drink this, even though I never drank it in my life and it could probably kill you.
Yeah. You gotta try
it will give you a nice
something.
butt if you drink this, but I respect that you're doing it the honest way.
Only endorsements I've tried
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah,
That's
and,
it.
and it's cool, and you make your own like drinks too. I've noticed. Like sometimes,
Yeah.
one time I saw you come with like a drink that had like all these weird things in it. Like what
I have
are some of the
Sprout
drinks that you
juice.
make?
So I have wheatgrass cubes that I get shipped to me, and then I have sprout cubes. So I get sprout deliveries once a week, and I just don't feel like eating them lately. So I blend the sprouts, which is really disgusting, and then I put them into ice cube trays and freeze them, and now I have sprout ice cubes. And there have been studies that autistic kids cognitively function 30% better after eating sprouts. And I gotta tell you, like, we're all on the spectrum. Like, my brain is so much different after I have sprouts and wheatgrass.
Really?
Yes. So I brought.
You gotta
that
give me
today.
some. I want to try some next time. See some sprouts.
I'll bring you the wheatgrass thing. The sprouts, you might kill me. You're gonna be like, "What is this?"
Nah, I love anything as long as it's not like deadly. I don't
might
care
be.
about flavor. It really?
I mean, it's,
Okay,
it's the sulfur family, right? So
Oh.
sulfur.
So how would you eat the correct way to eat sprouts then?
you just eat them on a salad like a normal person instead of blending them and drinking them like me.
Oh.
But I want to get all the content. I just want it
Yeah.
in my system,
Yeah.
especially before I do something like this.
Okay.
And after I hit my head in a car accident, which I might have a slight concussion, so I wanted to make sure I was on my game today.
No, you're perfectly fine.
I don't know.
I hope you're.
I might have a slight concussion. I thought my brain was bleeding last night.
Oh really?
No BS.
Was it really a bad accident?
I guess I'll find
it was
out.
that bad.
It just happened Sunday. It wasn't good.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah. I mean,
wasn't
that's a
good.
stupid question. I'm sorry, but
No,
like,
no,
I meant, like,
no. It wasn't. I wasn't meant to be a smart ass. They're like, well, it wasn't good. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little shook up. Hopefully everything's okay. I hope so. I think so. Hopefully
hope
my
so,
brain
too.
isn't bleeding. But
No.
you have to look if your eyes are bloodshot.
Yeah,
And
no, they look
they're not,
fine.
right?
Yeah, they look fine. And also, I've noticed
Yeah.
like they usually like from a day or two, you start noticing things right away. So
Last
if-
night, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully it should be okay.
No brain bleeds.
All right, another question because I want to pick your brain.
Yeah.
What do you think about unlocking like the mental state with like what's the word like for the shrooms and
Okay.
and
Like
weed.
hallucinogens.
Hallucinogens, yeah, there you go. What do you
About
think about
going and what would be the purpose of doing this?
that? Well, my friend, she told me like one of my friends, she's always happy, always positive, and I'm like
Okay.
so jealous of that. Like,
Okay.
how the heck is she always so positive and happy all the time? And
And,
I-
in
I f-
private, she is like that too.
yeah, and
Okay.
we work together.
Is she
and-
smart? I'm just kidding. I feel like if you're aware,
I-
like you're going to be aware of a lot of bad things going on, and you're not going to be happy all the time.
Well,
But
I don't
that's
know.
just a
I
little
mean,
half joke.
maybe no. I mean, maybe she hides it very well.
Right.
She's like, even when you're around her, you feel the positive. Like kind of like when I'm with you, like I feel the positive vibes. You
Right.
get that good energy, and it kind of translates into you, and then you become like
Yeah.
good too.
Sure. Energy
And
is
she told
contagious.
me, she told me to try shrooms.
Okay.
And I'm not really for that. I mean, I don't know if I really want to try shrooms. Like, I kind of consulted with my friends
Yeah.
who are very educated in that field of
Good.
hallucinogens.
That's what you want to go to. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Go straight to
So,
the top.
and they told me themselves, they're like, dude, you do not want to try that.
Really?
You don't want to try shrooms. It's not good. Especially, if, not everyone is going to have the same
Right.
reaction to it.
Right.
And it can be dangerous for you, especially if
Right.
you've never tried it and you've never done any hallucinogens in your life. It can be pretty bad.
I agree with that.
And then I had like
Yeah.
one person tell me like, well, if you're going to really do it, you got to be in a safe place with someone you
Right.
trust.
Right.
All right. She told me like it unlocked so much in her mind.
Mm-hmm.
The world was just more vibrant. She was much happier.
Okay.
And I was surprised that she's telling me that when my friends are telling me that it's not good. And they're themselves, they
Right.
are pushing hallucinogens and they
Right.
themselves
Right.
said
Sure.
that. So how do you feel about that?
Well, I can speak on THC. I've grown it several million years ago near Homeland Security, and that's never going to happen again, so I can say that. And it's hilarious, and it's great. It's so badass. But that was a very long time ago. So I'm pretty well-versed in marijuana, but I'm not well-versed in shrooms because I'm scared, because I've been told, I've been told so many great things, like what you said, colors and different perspectives, and I've been a happier person ever since. But then I've spoken to 3 people who I know to be very happy. They don't have issues with depression. They didn't back then. One person does now. And all 3 of them told me they had suicidal thoughts, and one even had a gun in their hand at one point. And they said, don't do shrooms. And my friend, who's a Virgo like me, not that I don't really believe in anything, that doesn't matter. She said she thought she was actually part of the couch. Like she was sinking into the couch, and she's like, she thought it was like part of the couch, and that wasn't a happy moment. So, THC is a hallucinogen. It's an upper and a downer. That unlocks a lot of things for me. I don't think it's for everyone. I think I'm very against it and for it at the same time. There's so many pros and cons that I see all of that. Mm-hmm. I think if you have sleep problems, sexual problems, intimacy problems, lack of creativity, but really for sleep, marijuana is great. Mm-hmm. But it also can give you a lot of anxiety. And it can make you all over the place. It ups activity in your basal ganglia, so a lot of ideas. And then it shuts down your prefrontal cortex. This is marijuana. So the prefrontal cortex is basically what Adderall works on. It opens up your let's do it right now. So you might have all these ideas, but you're like, I'll do them later. So that's the basal ganglia up and the prefrontal cortex down.
Yeah.
So pot, I use it to sleep. Gives me amazing sleep, and I work out hard, so I need an amazing sleep, and it works better than any sleeping pill. But shrooms, I'm terrified of shrooms. I don't know. I have enough scary experiences with pot. Like
There's rules to it, like to doing like any
Yeah.
usage in,
Yeah.
acid or shrooms.
you have a babysitter.
Always do it with someone who's not doing the drug.
Right.
Have constant good thoughts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't even think of something like no negative thoughts.
No.
Yeah.
And that's
'Cause it'll
why it's so
amplify it,
hard
right?
to do it,
Yeah.
Because you can't have a negative thought. One negative thought can ruin the whole
Yep.
experience.
Wow.
And
That's why I wouldn't do it.
That's crazy.
Like even if you were to seriously think of something so stupid like
Yep.
I left my keys at my friend's
Yeah.
house, like that can mess up.
It can trigger a panic. I get that with pot. Why would I up the ante and
Mm.
have no, I don't know. I'm too, my mind's all over the place.
That's crazy. Like that's pretty interesting. Like I never
Yeah.
knew about that. Like thanks for that, Brandon.
Yeah, pot can be very serious. Molly is different.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say who it is, but someone I know had a recent panic attack. And I had to drive them to the hospital. They were freaking out. They felt like they were gonna die. Do you think maybe
Triggered from marijuana?
Do you think it was probably that? They
could
didn't want
be.
to tell me.
It could
probably
be.
could have been triggered. From
Oh yeah, a
marijuana.
lot of people get anxiety. A lot of people say, "Oh, I have anxiety," and people go,
Yeah.
"Oh, take pot."
Yeah.
Pot can trigger anxiety,
Yeah.
and it can also alleviate. It depends on the person.
That's
For
so
me,
true.
it helps me go
Yeah.
to sleep, but I practically have a panic attack every single night. Like every single night, I'm like, "Oh my god, is someone coming in my house?" I don't really think someone's coming in my house, but I have all these scary thoughts.
Yeah.
Because I'm a creative person. I think of everything that can go wrong and everything that's beautiful all at once.
Yeah. Jen, this was awesome, and I wish we could have you for longer, but we'll definitely have you back again. And if you guys have any comments or anything or any questions for Jen, write in the comments below. I'm pretty sure you guys would want to know a lot. And for those who are listening or who want to find out that are watching, what is your socials? And if you can, just tell it to the camera right there.
I'm antisocial, so don't follow me. I'm an antisocial person on social media. So we have @JenElise and @TheLifeWithJenergy. Those are 2 Instagrams, just in case one is hacked. And JenElise Feldy on Facebook. We'll keep it at that. IMDb, JenElise Feldy. Yeah.
Well, it was awesome to have you. Thank you
Thank
so
you for
much for
having
coming
me.
through. It was fun, very educational, very informative, and very
Good.
enlightening.
Good.
I can't wait for us to work together again.
Yeah, always fun.
And
always efficient.
Yeah. And I can't wait for you to be my girlfriend's personal trainer.
Yeah.
So that'll be
Definitely.
freaking awesome. So is there anything else you want to add or close off with?
Don't repress yourself. Express yourself from a place of love. Always come from good vibes.
Hell
and
yeah.
the world will honor that. Don't come from mean-spiritedness.
I like that. And
Do
I'm
good
glad
every day.
I'm glad our paths crossed, and
Me
you're a
too.
really cool person to have met.
Thank you. Yeah, you were too.
Yeah. So before we go, remember guys to subscribe, hit that like button, turn on those notifications, and if you want to see anything else, let us know. And thank you so much for listening and watching. And I want Brandon to give a shout out to his socials. So come over here, sit in my spot, and give your socials a shout out.
My socials?
Yeah, bro, so they can follow you. Thanks for helping out, man.
Alright.
This is the guy behind
Thank
all the
you.
switching and all the camera work and everything. So
My socials are Fitz Films. It's Fitz, Fitz _films with a Z. But that's pretty much it. I'm on Instagram. I just started YouTube, so that's going to be starting up again. Same thing, Fitz Films.
that's it. Thanks, bro.